And will you just look at that? Will you look at that? Will you just look at that? Did you see that? I was way up in there. You wanna know why? Because this is an awesome shelter. This is called the Plow Point Shelter. Probably one of the easiest shelters to set up and probably one of the best shelters that there is for heavy weather situations. Wind, rain, snow, sleet, hail, the whole 9 yards. You'll be good to go in the Plow Point. So let me show you how to make this here thing with the tarp. Yeehaw. Roll the intro. All right, the Plow Point. Plow Point, you know what I mean? Like a plow point. Y'all in the city, y'all know what a plow point is? Like on a plow, got a point. I ain't picking on y'all, just making sure you know what I'm talking about. Plow Point. Now this shelter, in my opinion, is probably one of the best bad weather shelters. Like if hard rain, heavy wind, this is probably the shelter you need to build right here. So, we got our tarp. Be sure our tie outs are on the outside there. And what you want to do is find you a corner. We're going to tie the corner off to the tree. And this one I'm going to do, I don't know, man, maybe about head high, tick more. I'm going to take my guy line here and I'm going to put the corner right at the tree, like right at it right here. No real elaborate knots or anything is necessary for this. Just get it nice and secure. You don't want to go nowhere. So there we have our corner tied off to the tree. Now we want to find the opposing corner at the back, which for me is this one right here. So we got that folded napkin shape again. So I'm at my opposing corner. I'm gonna take our stake that out nice and tight, straight away. In this nice loose sandy dirt I got. Now we go to our sides, the corner here on the side, get it stretched out, stake it down. Do the same on the other side. And that right there is your Plow Point Shelter. The Plow Point Shelter is probably the simplest shelter to put up. Only requires 3 stakes and a tie-off point. If you do not have a tie-off point, you can make a frame with sticks or whatever out in the woods to do that. But excellent heavy weather shelter right there. Clearly, you want this to be cutting the wind, so the wind's going to the back of the shelter, provides excellent coverage for windy situation. And also, due to the way it's shaped like a plow here, rain sheds off very well and away from the shelter. And also, of course, you have a lot of room underneath this shelter. So plenty of room to lay, have all your gear, everything, protect you from the wind at the back, protect you from heavy rain. Of course, you can bring it down lower on the tree, gets you wider coverage and lower to the ground. It's probably the simplest shelter to put together. And of course, as with some of the other shelters I've shown, because there's so many tie outs on this tarp, you can tie off to the center, tie off, and go to another tree to create you a little bit more room on the inside. So there's your Plow Point Shelter right there. Pros of it, obviously, like I've said before, great in heavy weather conditions, really good for concealment. You can set it lower at the peak. You can throw browse up on it, you can throw leaves up on it. It'll help conceal it a little bit better if you're in the need for doing that. A con of this shelter, which honestly there really isn't one other than perhaps where you're going to locate your fire. If you need to have a fire, you clearly don't want to put it that close to the shelter. You can use longer guy line to get it a little bit further off the tree where you can have a fire right out in front. Otherwise, you kind of need it off to the side. It's not going to trap heat that well, but for the purposes of a shelter to keep you out of the elements, it's yeehaw all day long. And with all the tie outs that this particular tarp has, you can set it down lower and use some of the other tie outs for your corners, so you can have a ground sheet up underneath if you decide to do that to keep some stuff off the ground. So as always, I appreciate you guys watching. Please be sure to like, comment down below, share with your friends, hit the subscribe button if you're not a subscriber, and hit the bell icon so that you'd be notified when I post more videos. And I'll see you next time with another shelter video for this here series. Yeehaw. Get outside, practice this stuff, see which ones you like, see if you can figure out a way to do it better, see if you can come out with a new one. Who knows? Might be endless amounts of shelters you can do with the tarp. Yeehaw. See y'all next time.